which I am going to recite now. This actual verse is spoken by Draupadi in the mood of complete surrender unto Krishna. O Govinda, O thou who dwells in Dwarkas, O Krishna, O thou who are fond of gopis, O Keshav, don't you see that the Kauravas are humiliating me? O Lord, O husband of Lakshmi, O Lord of Raja, O destroyer of all afflictions, O Janardana, rescue me. I am sinking in the Kaurav's ocean. O Krishna, O Krishna, O thou great yogin, thou soul of the universe, thou creator of all things, O Govinda, save me. I am distressed. I am losing my senses in the midst of the Kurus. I devote myself completely to you, Krishna.
Listen wide, dear spiritual beings. The story is of Draupadi, the one who was born out of a sacrificial fire, the most exquisitely beautiful and talented daughter of King Drupada of Panchal and the exclusively chaste wife of the mighty Pandavas. When King Drupada was defeated by the Pandava prince Arjuna on behalf of Drona, half his kingdom was captured by Drona. To gain revenge on Drona, King Drupada performed a fire sacrifice to obtain a means of defeating him. From that sacrificial fire, Draupadi emerged, and a heavenly voice forecasted that she would bring destruction to the entire Kuru dynasty. Draupadi was the epitome of every feminine skills that be: extremely beautiful, intelligent, and virtuous, her body smelling like a fresh blossomed lotus. She was also the expert finance advisor for the kingdom of the Pandavas. In her previous life, Draupadi was an ascetic woman named Nalayani, who received a boon from Shiva that she would have 5 husbands in her next life. When Drupada, the father of Draupadi, was disagreeing to give his daughter to the 5 brothers, Srila Vyasadeva said, the wives of the 5 Indras, Shamala Devi, wife of Yama, represented by Yudhishthira, Bharati, wife of Vayu, represented by Bhima, Sachi, wife of Purandara, represented by Arjuna, and Usha, wife of both Nastyam, represented by Nakula, and Tasram, represented by Sahadeva, are present in Draupadi in their composite avataras. Therefore, giving her in marriage to their respective husbands is not an irreligious act. Once during the Sankranti festival, Draupadi happened to be in Lord Krishna's residence. Lord Krishna was enjoying and sharing with his guests fresh sugarcane. While cutting a piece of cane, his little finger got injured. Blood began to ooze out. The queens ran to their apartments and started frantically searching for a piece of coarse cloth to bandage the wound. But Draupadi, who was seated at the lotus feet of the Lord, at once tore a piece of her sari and bandaged the wound. Indebted by this devotional service she thus rendered, later when the Kauravas tried to dishonor Draupadi by disrobing her, Krishna was there, replenishing cloth to protect her honor. Krishna was always there. Now, let us enter the courtyard of the Kuru dynasty during the game of dice being played, where the Kurus attempted several atrocious deeds unto the Pandavas, thus changing the destiny of their clan forever. Yudhishthira said, "The favored queen of the Pandavas is my wager now." Huh? Oh no! Shakuni laughing jubilantly. One. I now have everything of yours. You see now, Vidura, I have won everything. Now, Draupadi will be our slave. Indeed, this is the happiest day of my life, and I owe it entirely to you, my dear uncle. Vidura, in disgust and fear, exclaimed, "O shameless one, even now it is not too late. Do not incur the all-devouring anger of the Pandavas. It is just like a deer who provokes the mighty tiger. Draupadi is not your slave. She must not be insulted. If you do not heed my words, then you will all be destroyed. Hell is already preparing herself to receive the host of the Kuru house. Oh, what can I do? They do not know what fate has in store for them. We have had enough talk from this low-born man to last 10 lifetimes." He shouts, "Bring Draupadi here at once!" What? Why do you hesitate? Are you afraid the wrath of the Pandavas, which my rotten uncle spoke of? Now go, otherwise your corpse will be fit for the dogs. Servant enters. Servant fearfully said, "My lord, Draupadi wants to ask this one question before she comes." Duryodhana, what is it? Draupadi asked if Yudhishthira gamble away me first or himself. What rubbish she speaks, you timid servant! Dushyasana, bring Draupadi here. Yes, brother. Draupadi, leave me! Come on, move! You belong to my brother now. You have been won in a game. You are a slave now. Dushyasana pushes Draupadi onto stage. Draupadi is screaming desperately, In this great house, I see many great people, the elders of the Kurus, who are reputed to be renowned for the dharma and righteousness from time immemorial. You are all present. Here is a man drunk with power, asking his cruel brother to drag a woman to the court, and yet you all just look on? I asked just one question, but not one of you could answer me. When people like Bhishma and Drona are present here and are allowing this to take place, certainly Dharma must have left the house of the Kurus. My question is simple. Do you all consider me a slave of this man, or am I free? You are said to possess all wisdom and knowledge. They say none is wiser than you. Bhishma held his head down and said despondently, I am indeed at a loss to give you a proper answer. A man cannot gamble something once he has lost himself. But then there is this consideration. A man has a right over his wife, whether he's free or not. He can call her his property even if he has lost himself. Yudhishthira knew that Shakuni was a master of his game, and yet he willingly played against him. You seem to be giving the impression that my husband played the game willingly. But your dear grandson Duryodhana and his uncle had challenged him to play. Yudhishthira was unwilling to play, but by deceitful means he was forced to do so. You knew that this was an unfair game. All of you knew. What chance does my husband have playing against the skillful Shakuni? Yet you did not stop the game. Now you chastise my husband for playing.
Dushasana, let the whole court now see Draupadi's body. Pull her clothes off. No! Don't touch me! No! No! Dushasana shouted, "Stop this! You are a slave of Duryodhana. No one can stop us. You know very well that you have been lost." Bhima, seething with anger, said, "Dushasana, if you as much as touch her hair, I will smash you with my bare hands." Yudhishthira, look at what you have done. We don't mind that you gambled us away, but now you have gambled Draupadi away.
Arjuna said chastisingly, Bhima, what is this action of yours? What has overcome you? Never before have you spoken to Yudhishthira like this. You have always treated him with respect.
I did until today. I have lost all respect for him. Look at this scene. Does not your blood boil?
Of course, I am angry too. But can you not see that our brother is just as angry? He could burn the entire courthouse with his anger. Please do not inflict more pain upon him. The Kauravas have always wanted us to quarrel with each other. Now they are happy to see that. You are right. Oh, there is no righteousness in this hall. We all deserve to go to hell. Bhishma, Drona, Drishtadyumna and all the others cannot answer your question. Is there one amongst you who can defy the courage of Duryodhana? Well, let me tell you, I feel that Draupadi has not been lost. Yudhishthira has no right over Draupadi, since he is a slave who has no rights over anything. He is not responsible for his action. He did not even think of using Draupadi until Duryodhana suggested it. He has no right to wager Draupadi, since she belongs not just to him but to all the brothers. Without the consent of his brothers, Yudhishthira played with Draupadi. She is therefore free, not a slave.
No, I am not a slave. No, I am not a slave. No, I am not a slave. No. Stop saying you're not a slave. Ask Yudhishthira the question. Go on. He is just silent. They have not tried to release you from your slavery. Look, your lords are so eager to help you. You should now choose one of us as your husband. You shouldn't be the wife of some slaves. Duryodhana, you wretched dog! I should have killed you a long time ago. My arms, my strength, my mace, my power is all being shackled by the chains of dharma. But hear me, everyone in this court, while I take this solemn oath that this thigh that Duryodhana has shown, if it is not smashed by my mace, I will be doomed to go to hell. Karna said to Dushasana, do as your brother says. Oh, please, Bhishma, help me. Drona, protect me from these rogues. Oh, king of the Kurus, how are you allowing this to happen in your presence? No one will help you. Come on, come here, come here. Dushasana, listen carefully. When the war takes place, I will pull your arms out of their sockets and will surely drink the blood from your heart. Arjuna exploded. Your words will come true. I have yet to see someone escape the wrath of Bhima. The earth will drink the blood of these four sinners: Duryodhana, Dushasana, Shakuni, and Karna. All those present, please hear as I take this oath. I will kill Karna and his followers in the war, and I will lead them all to the god of death. The Himalayas may move, the sun may swerve from its orbit, or the moon may lose its coolness, but I will never swerve from my dreaded oath. Dushasana, do not be swayed by the words of slaves. Oh, no! Oh, no! No! Help me! No! Oh, my Lord! Krishna! 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 Help me! Help me! Let me surrender unto you! I am yours, Krishna! Krishnaya tubhyam namaha. 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 Krishnaya tubhyam namaha.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Dushasana pulls her clothes off. He becomes exhausted as more and more cloth magically appears. Draupadi keeps repeating, Krishnaya tubhyam namaha. Krishnaya tubhyam namaha. Krishnaya tubhyam namaha. Krishnaya tubhyam namaha. What is this evil spell that is taking place? Dhritarashtra asked curiously, what has happened? What has happened? Vikarna said in a low voice, the sari of Draupadi, which Dushasana tries to disrobe, seems to be endless.
There is no end to it. She seems to be protected by divine nature. You must stop this at once. Come to your senses. Dhritarashtra said in great fear, "Oh, my foolish son, in your greediness you have insulted Draupadi, a pure soul. Oh, your death is now certain to be soon." He cries and pleads to Draupadi, "Oh, Draupadi, please, please forgive my son's wrongdoings. Yes, I will grant you any boon that you desire."
Hey